Hello, Keith Myers here, and I wanted to review for you a recent purchase that I've been very pleased with. These are the Thai double swords. They are made by Christian Darce at Purple Heart Armory. So you can do a search online for Purple Heart Armory, or you can go directly to his website, which is www.woodenswords.com. And you'll have to go, he's got a lot of stuff on his website, a lot of good stuff. If you go to the World Martial Arts, first category, Filipino martial arts, that's where you'll find these, because he doesn't have enough to offer an entire page on Thai weapons. So if you practice Krabi Krabong, these are great, because since Krabi Krabong is not nearly as popular as, say, Filipino martial arts, it's hard to find good trainers. It's even hard to find a rattan stick that's 36 inches long. So these are a great entry to the field. They're really nice. He's got them for, I think, $29.95 a piece plus shipping. That's not too bad. They are made out of synthetic material, some kind of plastic that's like a cutting board material that's just virtually indestructible. He's got a very nicely done cord wrapped handle. I was afraid they would be too heavy because I wasn't familiar with the material, but they are just about right. Prior to this, I was training with some Japanese red oak bokens that I had cut down to length, and these are roughly the same weight as those bokens, probably a little bit heavier than your typical 28-inch rattan stick if you're used to Filipino martial arts, but you know, the typical of a Thai sword, they've got that very long handle, so when you grip them higher up on that handle, even though they're heavier, they've got an excellent balance. So like I said, these are indestructible. So when you're doing striking the tire dummy, striking the heavy bag, or doing two-man drills, you can strike to your heart's content. These aren't going to break like wood might, and they're not going to collapse and shred like rattan would. The other nice thing about them, you can tell the thickness, and since they're not wood, they have enough vibration to them that's, well, I can't get it to do it now, but you can tell they're more like a steel sword would be, and so they've got just enough shimmy to them to give them that realistic feel without being unstable. Okay? The other thing I like is the amount of curve. The amount of curve in this is much like a Thai sword, a real metal sword would be, and that's more curve than you can typically get in a wooden weapon or a rattan weapon. So again, it makes them much more realistic. And if you can see a little closer in the camera, very nicely done cord wrap on these. Okay? So this again is the Thai swords from. Okay, thought I'd let you see the swords in action, so you just got a kind of sense of the proportions of the way they move, right? So if we're doing some of the twirling motions, right? The spins. Go back and forth. Okay, so that's the Thai double swords. Very nicely done. Very well worth the investment. www.woodenswords.com